Hello book lovers! Today I'm going to be doing the book scavenger hunt tag, which was created by the Library of Sarah, and I'm going to put a link to her original video down in the TARDIS. It's big around the inside. So this tag seemed like it would be so much fun, and it was, but it was also pretty tiring, and I think I went a little overboard, and instead of just selecting one book for each answer, I picked like 3. So I just counted because I have all my stuff laid out in front of me and I have 38 books to show you. And there weren't that many questions. So as you can see, my bookshelves are like pillaged right now. And we've got some coffee to keep us going. So yeah. Alright, let's get started.
Find an author's name or title with the letter Z in it.
I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak, and My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick.
Find a classic.
My Antonia by Willa Cather, one of my favorites. The Stranger by Albert Camus, and A Separate Piece by John Knowles.
Find a book with a key on it.
Well, that was easy because I thought right away of Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen, and look at the cute little key dangling there. And then also Purity by Jackson Pierce. This is actually just the lock, but on the back cover, look at that beautiful key.
Find something on your bookshelf that's not a book.
I'm gonna go with one of my favorites, my Vampire Buffy doll, because yeah. And also one of my favorite pictures of one of my best friends, Nicole. If she sees this, she might just kill me for showing this very flattering face, but she's making the Reese Witherspoon face, which is what we called it. It's the face that Reese Witherspoon makes to Ryan Phillippe in Cruel Intentions, in the scene where they're driving in the car and she's trying to make him laugh, and yeah, she's like... And so, basically me and Nicole used to do this to each other all throughout high school, just whenever we wanted to make the other one laugh, or just whenever, because really it's more like our greeting now. It's how we say hello and goodbye, so there you go.
Find the oldest book on your shelf.
I wasn't sure if this meant like the book that was printed the longest time ago, like the oldest edition you have, or if it meant oldest written the longest time ago. I don't know. So I think probably written the longest time ago would be Shakespeare. I'm bad with history, and I do have a lot of classics, but I'm just going to guess. I'm going to go with Shakespeare. But definitely the book that I have owned the longest, my first copy of The Wizard of Oz. It is missing its cover page. The dedication page is about to fall off, and we've got the table of contents. And I don't even know where I got this book. Like, I don't remember who gave it to me or anything. But it's like, it's yellowed. I don't even know if you can see that, but yeah, there you go. This is an old book, but I just can't bear to part with it because The Wizard of Oz is just one of my favorite stories of all time. The movie is my favorite movie, and yeah, so pretty old. I actually don't know when it was printed because the copyright page is gone too, so but there you have it.
Find a book with a girl on the cover.
Obviously, if you read a lot of YA, you know that there are tons and tons of books with girls on the cover, so I could have given like 50 examples, but I just picked 2 of my favorites. Some Girls Are by Courtney Summers, because she's one of my favorite YA authors, and look at that upset girl right there. And then In Honor by Jessie Kirby, because I love this cover, and that girl in her little dress and her red boots is just adorable, and it really reminds me of Footloose with the red boots there.
Find a book that has an animal in it.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling, because look at Sirius as a dog right there. And Stay With Me by Paul Griffin, because nice cute dog right there too. And because I'm an overachiever, Sharks and Boys by Kristen Tracy, because look at that shark in the background. Ooh.
Find a book with a male protagonist.
I love books with male protagonists, especially YA books with male protagonists, so I had a lot to choose from, but I picked 3 of my all-time favorite YA books with male protagonists. Where She Went by Gail Forman, which is the sequel to If I Stay, but it is told from the boy's point of view, and it's brilliant. Youth in Revolt by C.D. Payne. I read this in high school. All my friends read it. It's this hilarious story. And Swim the Fly by Dan Kalami.
Find a book with only words on it.
Charles Bukowski, Sifting Through the Madness for the Word, the Line, the Way. This is one of his books of poetry, and I have a lot of his other poetry books, and they all basically are the same thing, words and kind of a little design in the back. The Average American Male by Chad Colkin. His 3 novels also are just words on the cover, and I love him. Palo Alto Stories by James Franco, which I have not read yet, but it's James Franco.
Find a book with illustrations in it.
Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And The Child Thief by Brahm, which is a really cool, creepy retelling of Peter Pan. Not for the squeamish, though. And look at these gorgeous illustrations.
Find a book with gold lettering.
The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I don't know if it's really showing up very gold, but it is.
Find a diary, true or fictional.
Second Helpings by Megan McCafferty. I'm picking Second Helpings because I feel like I talk about Slappy First, the first book, all the time. This is the sequel to that, but there are actually 5 books, and they are all the journals of Jessica Darling, who is fantastic.
Find a book written by someone with a common name.
Silent Bob Speaks by Kevin and Smith. Under the Dome by Stephen King. Stephen King? Yeah, those are common, right?
Find a book that has a close-up of something on it.
Small Town Sinners by Melissa Walker. Look at that nice close-up of an apple with a heart bitten out of it because that's natural. Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. Amazing! 3 amazing young adult authors. And look at those nice snowflakes. And Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver because, whoa, that is a close-up of a girl's face, and really, she's dead, so that's actually kind of creepy.
Find a book on your shelf that takes place in the earliest time period.
Again, I'm bad with history, so I'm just guessing here, but I'm going to go with a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court because the narrator travels back in time. Oh, hey, I didn't even think of that, but this book has illustrations too. Would you look at that? This narrator travels back in time to the Middle Ages, I want to say, right? Yes. It's like one of my favorite books, and I can't remember, but it's been a long time since I read it. But I'm pretty sure it's a pretty old time period.
Find a hardcover book without a jacket.
I really didn't think I'd find any of these because I don't really take my covers off, and I didn't know they made hardcover books without, like, the jacket. But, I did find Alone with All That Could Happen by David Joust. So there's this little, like, paper thing that only covers half of the book, so that counts, right?
Find a teal turquoise colored book.
The problem here is that I'm not exactly sure what teal is, but I'm going to go with 3 Willows by Amber Shears, which is a continuation of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series, but with the girls' little sisters. That's teal. No?
Find a book with stars on it.
I thought this one would be easier. I automatically thought of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alir Saenz because Secrets of the Universe, I knew it had all this stuff on the cover, but upon closer inspection, there's really, these pictures aren't exactly stars, but if you look very closely, there's all these little dots. Those are supposed to be stars, so that counts, right? And this is a really cheesy cover. I hate this cover, but Return to Paradise by Simone Eccles. This is the moon and little star dots again.
Find a non-YA book.
I do have a whole bookcase of adult books, but I'm just going to pick a couple. The Abstinence Teacher by Tom Perrotta was really good. And The Lover's Dictionary by David Levithan. I love this book. So that's all, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. If you made it this far through that many books, then thank you. And if you liked this tag and you want to do it, like I said, I'm putting a link to the Library of Sarah's video down in the TARDIS because she created it, so you should probably do it and maybe leave a video response to hers or whatever. But if you want to leave a video response here, that's cool. Thanks, guys. Bye! Now go read.